So my question is, I had my certification through a Scrum Alliance,
Okay,
and
so the
it's been more than
the
it's been
CSM.
yes, it's been more than 4 years. I haven't really worked as a CS as a Scrum Master. So is it like any kind of internship I can do just to get my foot in the door? I'm more than willing. Do you know any companies that will help me just to get some kind of experience before I actually start applying?
Uh-huh. Very good question. Look, you need to understand something that big companies will never allow to do that. Okay? They will never allow someone to come in for free to shadow a Scrum Master for so many security reasons. All right? They, big companies, might ask for um, like real internships, like actually paid internships. Okay? But never for a Scrum Master role. You know why? Because it's a leadership role. Okay? You know that companies do not hire Scrum Masters less than, I've never seen less than like 28 years old, even like 30 years old. They don't hire someone young for this role. It's a leadership role. People need to follow you and take you seriously, and you can guide them. They can take you seriously. Okay? So I've rarely, like, I can tell you, I almost saw zero internship from big companies where really agility is. Now, what you can find though, small companies and startups, you can find what you want, like internship, not paid as a Scrum Master, shadowing a Scrum Master. Okay? But again, it's rare.
Okay.
That is why we have hands-on experience in our two gold program. Two programs we have, the SMH and the gold program. That is why the hands-on experience is something we do so you can give coaching sessions because the Scrum Master coach people.
Hmm.
So in the SMH program and the gold program, you're going to come prepared to coach about a subject you want to coach about. Okay? That's why we have a place where you can give workshops. Okay? You're gonna give a workshop about how to create better user stories. Okay? So this is how you can get hands-on experience.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much. How much would that cost me, if you don't mind?
Well, the two programs we have, the SMH program is only $97 a month. Okay? Where you get help daily live sessions about interview simulations. So you need to prepare for your interviews. Okay, you need to know under pressure practicing real interviews. So the SMH program is for that. Hands-on experience. You come in with uh, preparing like a presentation, a workshop, a coaching sessions, all of that. You can do that in the hands-on experience. In the SMH program, you have Agile coaching. So you're going to coach people, right? Because you're a Scrum Master. So you need to know what and how to coach people about the subjects. So the hands-on experience and Agile coaching, they come hand in hand because the Agile coaching is you might learn something new. The hands-on experience is you apply what you learned. Okay? The
Okay.
SMH program will also give safe trainings so you can become certified. And the SMH program will also fix your resume. Like you get help fixing your resume and help optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Crucial. Okay. This is what the SMH program. The gold program is different, is more private, much more support. It's a 90-day program, but we guarantee interviews. Okay, because We're gonna put our company name in your resume. We're gonna give you references, like stuff that you need to guarantee having interviews. Okay? It's different.
How much is that one?
3,500 US. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome.
Hey, good
Any other
morning, Omar.
questions? Hello,
Can you hear
Frank.
me? Hey, good
Yes.
morning, Omar. Good morning, everyone. And then I'm
Hello.
happy to actually join this live for the first time. But I
Awesome.
spoke with you yesterday, Omar,
Mhm.
via text message. I don't know if you remember, but I'm
Yep.
facing a different situation over here. I've been
Yep.
doing Scrum and project management for 10 years now.
Wow.
And I don't know, maybe I need a second look of my resume.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I've been putting application 100,000 out there. I
Wow.
can't get a phone call. I
Not even
cannot get
one.
a phone call. I don't know what is happening. I have all kinds of certification that Agile can provide it. I've been doing the job, but I don't know what is happening right now. I don't know if it's the
Would
market, which is bad, but I looking at LinkedIn, Indeed, Dice, Monster, ZipRecruiter. There's job that they posted every single day. And then I look at the requirement.
uh-huh.
I'm qualified, but I don't get a phone call.
Okay, where do you live?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. And I told you that I'm gonna go over how I do apply, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So what
I'm
I've
gonna
done it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I've done it. Uh, I went on Chat GPT and then structure my resume with the
Yeah,
keyword to pass the ATS. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the when I say ATS, but
of course.
I'm trying to pass the ATS so I can actually get that interview scheduled. But I have all the keyword. I mean, you going for backlog refinement, planning session, leading, release management. I have all line up on my resume, but I don't get a phone call. I don't know what is happening.
I
And then
understand.
I lost my previous position July 14, and I've been
Mhm.
actively applying, but it's not happening.
Now, let
So
me tell you something. July 14, it was your first day starting to apply?
yes.
Okay, all right.
It's been what,
Would
almost a
would you
month and
mind,
2 weeks
are
now.
you on a computer?
I can be on the computer. I'm on my phone right now. I tried to log in from my computer, but nobody let me in. So let me hop on my computer real quick, and then
Yeah,
I can
it
probably
would be
send my
nice if you
resume.
can
You can
share
look
with
at
us
it.
your resume and I can
Yeah.
look at that all together and try
Okay.
to see where the problem is. But also, I'm going to share my screen and show you how I actually apply. Okay?
Yeah. Let me hang up from my phone and log in from my computer. If you can let me in, please.
You can stay from your phone now and while trying to log in from your computer, and then it will
Yes.
do the switch.
Okay. All right.
Hey Frank,
At
if I
that
could
same time,
chime in.
I'm sharing my computer, sharing my screen. So we go on LinkedIn. This is what I do. I only apply through LinkedIn, or
I'm
I mean,
logged in, but no one let me in. Can you let me in, please?
but I did not get the notification that someone is waiting. That's the problem. Do you have the right link?
Yes. I mean, the Q&A with Omar, and then
Yeah.
I have the link to you share in the invite, and then I click join with Google Meet, but
It's not a Google Meet. It's Teams.
okay, this one has a Google Meet. Okay, let me look for your email again.
Okay. At that same time, I'm gonna show you. So everyone, this is LinkedIn, right? Everyone is familiar to this page, jobs. Now, by the way, LinkedIn has changed some stuff here. It's now a little bit more, they integrated a little bit of AI. So we usually used to put the job description, like, or the role, and then the city or something like that. But now what we do is Scrum Master. Now I'm from Canada, so Scrum Master role in Canada for the past 24 hours. Don't go over 24 hours. Okay? This is what I do. So I got 30 results. Okay? There are some in French, obviously Canada, two languages. So this one 17 hours ago, this one 21, this one 6 hours. Okay? What I actually do, everyone, and by the way, I have found that on Thursday is when companies post the most. Now it always depends on the city, but I found on Thursday they post the most jobs, okay? Every 2 hours, I come back to this page. If it's already open, I refresh. We will have more results.
Right.
Okay? So literally, this is a job.
Can you hear me?
Like if you, yeah, we can hear you, Frank. If when like applying for a job is actually a job by itself. So when I want to find a new contract, every 2 hours, I come here and look for new jobs that just entered because I also found that the job within the first 4 hours, they might look at your resume directly. Okay? Because I get, notifications that who which recruiter actually looked at my resume after I applied. I found that within 4 hours, your resume might be seen on the same day they posted the job. Okay? Those are very important things, tips, and hints you need to know. All right? So this one have been for 6 hours and only one person clicked apply. You see? This one 15 hours and 14 people, still not a lot of people. But then after 24 hours, you're gonna see 100 and plus for so many reasons. But that doesn't mean the 100 people are qualified for this job. You know what I mean? So what I do, first of all, this is a job. However, it says apply. Apply, that means it's going to their own website, which is recommended because if you see something like an easy apply only, an easy apply, well, I still recommend you to go to their website. So to this company's website. So if I click on that, this is the first time I see this kind of company here. Okay, I've never seen this company, but I can see the Meet hiring team, this person, and I can, because it's a recruiter or someone that hires Scrum Masters, definitely I will send a connection. Okay? Definitely. Even if you don't want to apply for this job, connect with recruiters. All right? So this is his company. If I click on it, this is the company. And in the about, this is their website. So again, if you see an easy apply to the job, try to go to the website. So this is a consulting firm. That means these people will help me find a Scrum Master job. So it's not a Scrum Master role for them. It's they have a client and they want me to be a Scrum Master for their client. Okay? So they make money when I'm working, when I get the Scrum Master role. Okay? They don't make money just by talking with me. All right? They make money when they place me. Okay? Now, jobs is here, but anyways, this is what I would do. All right? Easy apply. I don't. By the way, do you know what I do? I go on their website, I apply, and I also click on easy apply. All right? So, hiring team, Rachel, I have just connected with her. This, do they have a hiring? No, they don't. So, another thing I do is I make sure to connect with the recruiters if their name is here. Hiring team, this person is second degree. I definitely connect with her, even if I don't apply. It's even better that when you connect, you add a note. Okay, it's a little message. And who helps me the best with the right message? ChatGPT. Okay, this is also something I do every day. So I'm gonna just yeah. Okay, I think my computer is slow, maybe because I'm sharing my screen. I don't know. Um, so I want to apply for a Scrum Master role, and the recruiter's name is, I don't know, whatever is her name, Afza. Send her an introduction message on LinkedIn to know who I am and to know that I submitted to the role she posted. Okay, maximum 300 characters. That's because when we connect, add a note, this is 300 characters. Okay. I have ChatGPT thinking. That's why it's taking a little bit of time, but this is it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say that because I did not apply. But hi, Abza. That's it. All right. So I make sure that every person here I connect with. All right. So this is also a person's second degree. Easy apply. That means I have to go to their website, apply there, and then come here, click on easy apply here, and then connect with this person and tell him, hey, I'm this person. I applied for this role. Okay? Those are the three things I would do. And again, every 2 hours, I always come back here and search for a Scrum Master role. Okay? And don't only look for easy apply. All right? Awesome. Any questions so far?
Question. Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
First off, Frank, I think you're in good company. I think a lot of us are seeing the same thing in the job market right now. I think it's a employer's market. But in terms of LinkedIn, Omar,
Mhm.
are you looking at anything to make sure that the companies are real or to quality posting? Um, for some reason, I kind of get the feeling that there are a lot of things up here. I've had some conversations where they kind of get some of my information and then I kind of get ghosted. Um, So just are you doing anything to scan over to make sure, it's a quality posting or a real job?
100%. 100%. Look, that is why I tell you to go on their website and apply first there. Okay? Because if it's not a legit, if it's a scam, they don't have that kind of website where they have the job in there. Okay? And that's why I was asking myself about this company. I've never seen it. Okay? But getting here, they have a phone number you can call. This will help a lot. And in their jobs, if we look for Scrum Master here, we do not find anything. Okay, and so here we can be suspicious, right? This is suspicious. We have to dig more to see if this is real or not. Okay, and by the way, this is not only on LinkedIn that happens. Indeed, same thing. You always need to make sure that this is not a scam. Okay. Awesome. And yeah, by the way, it happens. By the way, it used to happen more in 24, 23. These days, I don't see them much. I don't like, how do I know that? Because I have a lot of people like you that they call me, they tell me, I have an interview tomorrow about this Scrum Master job. And I always tell them, okay, send me the job description. I go over the description, I go over their website, and then I find out that this is a scam and I tell them. So back in 23 and 24, I used to get a lot of those kind of scams, but 25, not that much. Okay. So these people have put a phone number. Well, usually they don't. Okay. So when we call, we will be able to know if this is a scam or not. Okay. Any other questions? Awesome. Frank, would you like um, to share your resume with us? You're on mute if you're speaking. Adaora, do you have a question? No? Okay. So Frank, you're still on mute. Can you hear me? Maybe he's having a technical problem, not able to unmute. I don't know. Okay. Frank, if you hear me, we cannot hear you, but let me now go over this again. Okay, the thing that I'm showing. Look here, because I have premium, it can give me the job match is high, but even with that, what do I do here? Do I apply right away? You know, usually I always create a new resume for every job description. Okay? However, not every time though. Let me show you what I do. Okay? So I I come on ChatGPT and this is the job description about the job. Okay? By the way, this is very suspicious because even the job description is not long at all. Like very few points here. Let me go to this one. This is in French. This is English. Okay. All right, I can stop here. I just say job description, okay? And by the way, you know, I am an agile coach with over 12 years experience, right? I have I don't know, can you see my screen, my folder? Can you see my folder?
Yes, we can.
Yes? Okay. Look at that. Omar resumes. I have specific resume for agile coach, project management, RTE, Scrum Masters. Okay? So even if I'm an agile coach with years of experience, I still have a resume just for a Scrum Master. And look, I use this one that is updated in August. And those are my general one. Those are not per job description. So I open my resume, general one that I created with the help of ChatGPT, and I this is my current resume. Okay, and I just ask ChatGPT analyze my resume for this job description and give me out of 10 my score. Okay, usually if it's 8.5 or more, so usually if it's 8.5 or more, I use that resume. Okay, I don't need to create a specific one for that job description. But because I like to be very specific, I would also ask ChatGPT. Now I'm going to show you what is missing from my resume that is in the job description. Okay? So if you have ChatGPT, the free version, it's gonna work the same way. Don't worry about that, okay? ChatGPT 5, everyone have access to it. It is much better than 4, but the 5, I don't think you have the thinking one, but it's okay. You don't need that. So my score is 7.2, even though I have a lot of experience, still 7.2. Why you're strong, gaps holding you back, quick edits to make it 9 out of 10. Okay? See how so at the end, okay, create a a new resume for me to match this job description. That's it. And I will use this one. And you know what I do? I'm gonna show you. So this is a new resume, the same thing, but now focuses on the keywords that this job description needs. Okay. For example, TDSA, I don't have that on my original resume, but they've just added it. Okay. That will help me with the ATS to not be filtered out. Okay. So same thing, same date, same thing, everything. They have changed a little bit of the metrics, some of the wordings, risk appetite. They've even bolded this because maybe the job description talk about risks. You see, again, risks. So basically, they want to see if we can manage risks. So yeah, you know what I even do here? Create a Word document so I can download it. It will create a Word document. It will have the exact one that they just created for me. And I upload it for this one. So when I click on apply, I upload that resume Okay, now this I downloaded and applied for that. You see? And I don't need to save this resume forever. I just need to save the resume, the general resumes that I have. And then every time, ask ChatGPT the same way you just showed me. I showed you how to create one for that job description. I download, apply, and I don't need that resume anymore. Okay? This is how I do it. Any questions before we move on with Frank?
Not for me.
Awesome. Have you learned something new?
Definitely.
Yeah,
For me.
absolutely.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, look, guys, everyone, it's we're in the AI era. We need to be smart. We need to know how to use AI. Okay, a Scrum Master who doesn't know how to use AI, you will never be picked. You never get the job. They will replace you with a Scrum Master who know how to use AI. That's it. Okay, before going to Frank Adiola, you have a question? Adiola? If you're speaking, we cannot hear you. I see you're
No.
unmuting
Hi,
yourself.
Omar. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Adiola. Now I can hear you.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the awesome job you're doing. There's this saying that there is always a trace of AI in the resume, especially when using like Chat GPT and others to build. So how do we get off the hands of AI? How do we take that off? How do we humanize the resume when building it?
Sorry, I did not understand your question. Like you're asking how can I show on my resume that I know AI?
No. So
What do you mean?
how now, like the one you just built using the Chat GPT,
Yeah.
and I understand that there is a way they discover that is created using AI.
Yeah,
So how do we take the hands of AI off the resume we built? Like how do we humanize it to make it sound more like us? Is there any app
well,
for that? Is there anything we have to do to it?
I totally understand. To make your AI sound like you need to work with it every day. Okay, I work with my AI every day. I speak with my AI every day. I chat with my AI every day. Okay, this way it will understand you better. Okay, and this is one thing. Another thing is ChatGPT 5 is more human. Like it looks more human than the one before. It's more robotic before. Okay, and even you can like this. I'm not sharing anymore. Let me share again. This resume that they gave me, I can just tell ChatGPT, I can do that. This resume you just built look robotic. Make it as make it as if I created it myself. You can even say something like, you know me enough to know what to write or how to write it. Okay, something like that. And it will try to make it more human. Okay. So basically, using AI, if it doesn't know you enough, it will still look robotic. But if you work with it enough, it will not look robotic anymore, and it will literally look as if it was you. Okay? Now, if the output of the ChatGPT, for example, you didn't like it and it sounds robotic, you asked it to be more human, to have more feelings and stuff like that. Okay? But anyways, a resume, it's about bullet points and what I've been doing. It's not an essay, for example. If you want to create a cover letter, okay, it's better to have emotions, to have your own personality in it. But a resume, bunch of bullet points, you cannot do much with it. Okay? Jonathan.
Yes. Um, Sticking with AI, what other areas as a Scrum Master do you use? Excuse me. Do you use AI for? Are you using it to help supplement with any ceremonies or coaching? Where do you use it outside of just
Seriously, in every way I can, okay? In everything. I literally use AI these days in everything. Writing all my emails, explaining something in writing, okay? And I can give situations. So my GPT, by the way, look, you don't have to do that, but because I'm paying for ChatGPT, I can create my own custom GPTs. And you know what I do? I create a custom GPT per contract. Inside, I will tell the GPT that, hey, by the way, I'm a Scrum Master to this company and I have this team. Inside this team, I have those people. Okay? The people, I put their names. You know what I mean? This person is working in this. That person, his role is that. You know? And then at one point, there's a conflict between two people. I go to the ChatGPT and tell, hey, by the way, those two people are having a conflict about this subject. What do you suggest me to do next? Will help me know what my next step is. Most of the time, well, create a workshop, a problem solving workshop, invite all the teams together and start it like that. You know what I mean? It will help me think about what the next steps is every time.
I
Okay?
love that. I love that. Great answer. And I think a lot of people today kind of feel like AI is cheating, where I think most companies are going. They're looking for people that have the mindset of how you can supplement a lot of the things that you're doing to make AI make you even better. So,
100%.
yeah,
100%. AI is your best assistant today. Okay? Uh, I cannot tell you how powerful this is, how powerful you will be with this AI. Okay? Uh, Era, yes, I'm using a paid version. A paid version, I can create my custom GPT, but you don't have to have a paid version. Okay? You can always like, if I did not have a paid version, I would go to my ChatGPT, the free version one, and tell him, look, by the way, you can even prepare that and save it on a document somewhere. A paragraph saying what you're doing now. Okay? Well, I'm working in this company. This company is doing this. My role is a Scrum Master for this team. You know what I mean? S- Save it somewhere and always copy, paste it to ChatGPT, and then ask him on what you want ChatGPT to help you with. Okay? Awesome. Tolulupe?
Thank you, Omar. I just wanted to chime in on the question, and Diola asked earlier about an app that can humanize your ChatGPT. I don't think there's any app like that because that is already an app again. So what you can do, just like Omar has said, you should be smart about how you use ChatGPT. You will not just copy and paste what it has given you. You go line by line. Is this me? Can I defend this? Is this my language? You don't
Yeah.
just copy it and then just put it. You go line by line. So by the time you are going line by line, you will remove some nuances and things that are not looking like you, that are not speaking. It will give you the catchphrase and everything, but you put in your own human
Yes.
aspect of it. So that will make you go smarter. And there's no recruiter that will now start saying you are using AI and then they will save you out because of that. No, because it's whatever you've written, you not come and defend at the interview. So what is happening now? I've been for the company I was last. I was also part of the panel that did interview. We are now upping our interview session, knowing that everybody can write good CV. So you will now up your interview section to make it practical, to make it that the person is only really owns this CV. You interact with the interviewer as if we are already a team member, and you see
Yes.
what you want to get from it.
100%. And by the way, you said something important, Lupe, that if you read something and doesn't sound like you, by the way, you need to let ChatGPT know what you're changing. For example, if this sentence is not doesn't look like me, well, I have to teach my ChatGPT that this you say doesn't look like me. I prefer to say it this way, and you write what you prefer. You know what I mean? Let it know how you write, how you speak, and all of that. All right. Now we don't have much time. We have Frank, but also I want to
Yes.
show you something yesterday that happened yesterday. Okay. Do you see my folder? Yesterday, a company uh, wants an agile, a senior scrum master. They sent me an email, asked me if they want to if it's okay. They apply for me, like they're asking me if I want the job, okay, the contract. And in the email, I had to submit this file. It's like AI use self-declaration form. They're asking, did you use any AI tools in preparing your resume? That was yesterday. And of course, I said yes. And I showed them where I used it and how I used it. Okay. So these days, it's almost impossible to know if I'm using AI or not for my resume. Okay. Also, any other questions?
My question is, I did do the interview simulation yesterday, which was very helpful. They did scenarios and asked questions, mostly to the
Yes. Just
group
not to
that.
confuse people, Angela is part of the
Okay.
Scrum Master Hackers program. Okay. So she got an interview simulation group session with people so she can know how to do interviews, right? So yes, it was helpful, you said yesterday. It was your first time, right?
Right. So I did a lot of listening and paying attention, and from what I'm getting, and I just want to make sure I'm going in the right direction because I'm new.
Mhm.
Um, from what I heard, I definitely need to memorize and know the core values and things like that, and the differences. Like what was it? There was like a DevOps
Yes.
and things like that. So I'm just making sure. For me, when I left, I was like, I need to make sure I study that where I know it. So when they ask me, I don't have to wonder about
Yes.
it.
Yes. So
Mhm.
basically, Angela is asking that, okay, she got a question yesterday that what are the values of Scrum and which one do you think is the best one, okay? Right? And by the way, Angela,
Yeah.
those questions, first of all, it's our foundation,
Mhm.
are the very minimum thing we need to know, okay?
Mhm.
But and you need to practice these. However, when you're gonna get an interview, these days, most of the interview, you're not gonna get those questions, okay?
Okay.
They're gonna ask you how to deal with a particular problem, with a particular person, okay, in a particular situation. Okay, for example, well, you are a Scrum Master for a team, but your product owner doesn't like to come to your daily stand-up every day. Okay, by the way, the question is wrong. It's not your daily stand-up, it's the team's daily stand-up. So what do you do with that? This kind of question. You need to tell them how you think and how you're gonna solve it. You,
Gotcha.
you know? So the questions that you got asked about the values of Scrum, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know it already, you will never be able to get to a place
Yeah.
where you're also able to know how to solve this kind of situation.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. So I need to know it regardless, even if it's gonna be in a, not gonna be in the interview. I need to know the basics still.
Yes.
That's what I was telling you. So that's what I needed to know.
Hey,
Yes.
quick question, Angela. I don't mean to stop you, Omar, but I would love to join the interview prep panel you guys have available. That would be helpful for me if you guys don't mind, please.
I will send you the link to register.
Okay.
Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, like for example, a product owner who doesn't like to come to the daily is not a good thing to happen to a team, because a team, they do their daily to see if they are on track to their
Mm-hmm.
sprint objective, right? Because in the sprint planning, the very first day, they plan and they put an objective on what they're going to accomplish by the end of the sprint. Now, the daily stand up is, are we good for our plan? Are we still good? We're going to reach out the goal we did together because we're committed, right? We're focusing on that, right? And we are working as a team to get to this result. Now, if the product owner is not there, cannot answer their critical questions to stay focused on the goal, that's a big problem. So
Mm-hmm.
the Scrum Master have to sit down with the product owner without telling him, I'm coaching you, right?
Mm-hmm.
The importance of being with a team, explaining to that product owner that our team is like a sport team. We need all the offenses, the defenses, the midfielders. Okay, we need the goalie so we can win the game. If we don't have you, product owner, we will not win the game. Okay, this is how you're gonna uh, try to solve this. And sprint by sprint, when we show progress, when we show that we are able to deliver and the clients are happy, the product owner will feel included in the team, will feel that also he is part of this success. So he will participate more. Okay?
And with the hands-on experience, after I feel comfortable enough, do I come to you and say I'm ready, or how does that work? Or
I
am I
Now, so how do
doing that already?
it's
The
hard
hands-on
to hear
portion.
you. It's hard to hear you, Angela. Um, are you asking me?
we
Sorry, who's speaking? Are you
Can you hear
asking
me
me,
now?
Angela, uh, when you are ready, what is your next step?
Yes, as far as the hands-on experience. Yes.
Okay, today is Tuesday, so today you have a hands-on experience session.
Gotcha. Understandable.
Yeah, today I don't think the invitation have been sent yet, but today you have a hands-on experience session. Yes, for the SMH program members.
Okay.
I, I asked earlier. I don't know whether you heard what I asked. Because you are saying the product owner should be at the daily scrum. However, the Scrum guide says the product owner and the Scrum Master are not mandated to be at the daily Scrum. How do we reconcile that?
Well, the Scrum Guide have actually added that the product owner have to be in the daily stand-up. Let me see that. But look, Agile is flexibility, okay? We saw with experience that the product owner should be in the daily and is part of the team. The Scrum Master is also part of the team. It's part of the Agile team. Okay? Now we have a dev team within the Agile team. The dev team are the people that is working on the stuff. So the whole Agile team, product owner is part of it, needs to attend those daily stand-up. And I'm pretty sure it's in the Scrum Guide. If not, well, they're missing on it because in safe, 100% sure what I'm saying, because I'm an SPC, I can certify people in safe. I know that product owner have to be in the dailies. Okay?
And Omar,
Awesome.
Kamal here, sorry.
Yes.
Just on this note, will Scrum Master be responsible if any of the Scrum team members or the Agile team members don't join the meeting regularly? Would
Well,
they
they are
be
responsible to coach the person on why they have to be there. We never force people, but we lead them to the right path. So you meet with that person one-on-one and you ask why you don't like to join this meeting with your team. He's gonna tell you why. Then you say, okay, why that? Well, he's gonna tell you another response. Now a third why you're doing this. So there is the technique, the 5 why technique, problem solving technique. You can use that. But anyways, it's your responsibilities to know why he's not joining.
Got it.
And then
Thank
your
you.
responsibility to show him the right path, show him the right way to do stuff. And then by himself, depends on your personality if he's gonna join the team or not.
Got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I have a meeting. I'm 2 minutes late. So do not hesitate to ask me any questions in the chat or in the room. No, you can ask for everyone and I can also respond to your questions. Okay? Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Omar.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Mr. Omar.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Omar.
good one.
Bye.